Hello all, myself Vedangi and I'm a legal intern at Lexis and Company. So guys, my another topic for today's discussion is the case analysis of Election Commission of India versus M.R. Vijaya Bhaskar. So let's begin. So in this case, the Supreme Court of India was dealing with the matter wherein the Election Commission wanted to seek the directions from the Honorable Court to restrain the media from reporting the remarks that were made by the judges of the Madras High Court against the Election Commission, as the Madras High Court held the Election Commission directly responsible for the COVID second wave. Also in this case, Chief Election Commission of India was the appellant and M.R. Vijaya Bhaskar and others were the respondent. Now talking about the facts of this case, so a candidate of AIADMK of Karur Legislative Assembly constituency and who is also the district secretary, he filed a writ petition before the Madras High Court to ensure that the COVID-19 protocols are followed in the election campaigns and also in the polling booths. Also, this was accepted by the Madras High Court under Article 226 of the Indian Constitution. So, on 16th of April 2021, when the cases of COVID second wave were on rise, so the AIADMK candidate, he sent a representation to the Election Commission to take adequate steps and to take precautions to secure the health and safety of the polling members who were at the booth, and also no response was obtained from the side of the Election Commission. So a writ petition was filed in the High Court to seek the directions that appropriate safeguards are to be taken with regard to following COVID-19 guidelines. Also, this writ petition was heard by two judges division bench, and this order was passed on 26th of April 2021. Even though this order was passed by the Madras High Court, still the thing which hampered the Election Commission the most, that were the remarks that were passed by the judges of the Madras High Court, and the remarks that were made by the judges of the Madras High Court were the solely responsible institution for the second wave of COVID is the Election Commission, and Election Commission should be charged for the murder. So though these remarks were made orally and this was not at all recorded in the order of the court, but still the media reported these remarks and they were highlighted all over the social media and on the televisions. So this made the Election Commission file a special petition before the Supreme Court of India. Now, what was the legal issue that was involved in this case? So the legal issue that was considered in this case was whether the media should be restrained from reporting and recording the remarks passed by the judges against the Election Commission, and the constitutional provision that was considered in this case was the Article 19 Clause 1 Subclause A that talks about freedom of speech and expression. Now talking about the judgment that came in this case, so the council that was representing the Election Commission, it contended that the remarks that were passed by the judges of the Madras High Court, they were without any proof on the record. Also, the judges gave no opportunity to the Election Commission to explain themselves and also to take certain measures and guidelines following the COVID-19 protocols. Also, the council argued that the scope of judicial review is limited pertaining to the matters of election and its conduct, and also it was held that the Election Commission had already taken that much protocols and also followed all the regulations with regard to following COVID-19 protocols. Also, it was argued that even an analysis of the data would indicate that the Election Commission was not involved and it did not play any important role in the rising of COVID cases in the country. And the council submitted that the Election Commission had already issued the guidelines that were to be followed and that were actually being followed during the election campaigns and in the polling booths at the time of the voting. Also, the media should ensure that there is responsible reporting of the proceeding, and such proceeding should not be sensationalized and highlighted in the social media, because such kind of remarks and reporting will lead to the lack of public confidence in the Election Commission. Also, the Supreme Court observed that the oral remarks that were made during any judicial proceedings were never recorded as a part of the order or the judgment of the court, and therefore there is no question that arises with regard to removing of the remarks. Also, the apex court said that while making such kind of harsh remarks, the judges need to be very careful and they should restrain from making such kind of harsh remarks. Also, the Supreme Court rejected the prayer of the Election Commission to restrict the media from reporting the remarks made by the judges of the High Court, because this is basically infringing their fundamental rights, the fundamental right of the media. Also, the court took the example of print media reporting the trials or court proceedings during the British Raj in the sedition trial of Lokmanya Tilak. And the Supreme Court judges also advised that it would be better if the constitutional authorities accept the new reality rather than complaining about the same. Now, talking about the conclusion of this case, so it is rightly been said by the Supreme Court that an open court ensures that judges should act in consonance with the law. Also, the Supreme Court included the media reporting of judicial proceedings under the fundamental right of freedom of speech and expression, stating that it is a part of freedom of press. And also, the Election Commission has a track record of being an independent body, and therefore it should maintain being so. So guys, that's all about my discussion on this particular video. I hope you all liked my video. If you guys have any doubt with regard to this video or to the previous one, then you can comment in the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel Lex Click. We will meet in the next video. Till then, bye.